Good morning, everybody. We released Open Angel Arena yesterday, and I'm really excited about that. But I felt it was a good idea to make a quick little video showing you guys where to find the mode, how to play the mode, and then telling you how you can participate in the development of the mode. Quick side note, why am I wearing a scarf in 30-degree weather? And why is my voice so terrible? It's because I'm really sick and I feel terrible, and this helps. So let's go ahead and get into. First of all, where can you find it? So this is what it looks like in the workshop right now. We have this picture, we don't have much else. The description is very scarce. We're gonna update this in the near future. But if you want to find it, you go into the arcade, as per usual, right? So this is your starting screen, you go into the arcade. Oftentimes you can't just find it in here, right? We made it nice and obvious that it is Open Angel Arena. But if it's not in there, what you can do is you just type in the open. Oftentimes it already shows up, actually it usually already shows up if you just type in Open Angel Arena, right? If you type in Open Angel, then it's the only result. Open Angel Arena, it's the only result. It's a pretty unique name with the open in it, so it should be pretty easy to find. Once you have found it, you just install it right here, like I currently have it installed, of course, but you install it and then you have it. If you so choose to, you can favorite the mode, right? And if you favorite it, you want to go into your library for that, and then you can like click a little star, like so. You can have the game mode shop in your favorites only. Now, this game mode was created because me and a bunch of my friends really liked the other Angel Arenas, but we were unhappy with a few, and by a few I really mean a lot of the design decisions in it, but we really liked the idea of an Angel Arena mode. So we decided to make our own. The special thing about this game is that it's completely open source, right? We didn't make this with like a closed development team. We didn't make this, you know, in our garage only with 2 people. No. Our team is like 40 people big. Everybody working independently. Everybody doing what they can to participate. Doing, you know, the most they can to really help the development. So, this right here is our team selection screen. I think it looks really cool. Currently, I recommend you always select normal game, right? These buttons do work. If you want a short game, you click short game and it's gonna go fast. And if you click long game, it's gonna go longer. But the game is only balanced for normal, right? These are very, very temporary and hardly balanced, right? I wouldn't recommend them. If you want to make the game shorter or longer, they do work, but again, not recommended. Now, excuse me, I'm gonna be coughing a few times during this video because I'm dying and everything hurts. Simply because my voice is really not doing very well right now. Let's go ahead and pick Ursa, because Ursa is fun, and let me show you what I... Actually, can I repick? Like, I don't think repicking is possible right now. Alright, I guess we're stuck with Ursa. Ursa seems fine anyway. So this right here is Open Angel Arena. Open Angel Arena is very much based on older Angel Arenas that have already existed. When making the map, what I did is I went and got a lot of inspiration from Angel Arena All-Stars from Warcraft 3, and even much older versions of Angel Arena. I went all the way back to like 2005, and I'm not even kidding, right? Like, I looked at many different Angel Arenas throughout the years, and then took all of the aspects of them that I liked and compiled them into kind of like a rough map, which I then kind of refined in Hammer, which is the Dota map maker. After I had done that, after I had created like a rough outline, I had a bunch of people help me with like finishing up the map, making it a little bit prettier. By a little bit, I mean a lot prettier. I'm not very good at Hammer. I can make a map, but it doesn't look pretty afterwards. Warp Dragon and Super A Dude helped make this map as beautiful as it is now. Now, how does this work? There are duels in this mode. Duels are something that currently won't be happening because I'm in a one-player game, right? It's only me. However, if you are in a big game with 5 versus 5, right, a proper game, you will have duels going on every 5 minutes. They are just kind of a little thing to help you, I don't know, fight, right? Like, I guess, like, it gets people into a fighting mood. It kind of keeps the game, it gives it a certain rhythm, right? And I really like that. Now, in this right here is the dual arena. This dual arena is pretty straightforward. Some of the things we added in with Open Angel Arena that didn't exist before. First of all, there are 2 dual arenas. In other Angel Arenas, you only have 1 dual arena. We have 2. Why do we have 2? Because I found it to be dumb that sometimes a duel was 4 versus 4 and 2 players had they just watched, right? That's not fun. Nobody wants to do that. Even worse if it's 1 versus 1 and 4 players watch. So why can we not have 4 versus 4 and 1 versus 1 happening at the same time? There's really no good reason why not. So there's always all 5 players in the duel, right? Now that duel isn't always 5 versus 5. If it's 5 versus 5, then all players are in one arena and going at it, and the other arena is empty. But in a 3 versus 3, then there's a 2 versus 2 going on in the other arena as well. The arena also has 2 other aspects that are kind of new. First of all, there's this little shop here. This shop sells only sentries and dust of appearance. We should probably put a cooldown on this so you can only buy it once. This is something we're still debating. But this shop is just kind of so that people actually can deal with invisibility. The second thing is this right here. This is the high ground area. The high ground area becomes active after 45 seconds in a duel. Then if you step on these tiles up here, or these tiles down here, you get a buff. That buff ticks up the longer you stay on it, and if you stay on it long enough without being contested, meaning no enemy heroes stepped on the tiles as well, you will gain rune buffs. First you get regeneration, then you get a double damage I believe, then haste, invisibility, and a triple damage after all of that. The point is just to make the duels actually end and give people an objective to fight over. It works really well. I think it's actually really great. Now, quick note, if you are confused by any of the stuff I'm saying right now, or you just want to take a little bit of time to figure it out yourself, something that might help is this right here, this little info bar we've got. It's not very visible, it's just kind of small, but it's got a bit of information there, right? It's going to help you in the game in case you forget anything. Now, Angel Arena is largely about farming. There's no denying that Angel Arena has always been about farming, and it probably will always be about farming. That's just how it is. I personally see no issue with that, but yeah. So in Open Angel Arena as well, there are a lot of creep camps around the map. You can see, like, I walk in here and I start killing them. What I recommend with farming in Open Angel Arena is it's really a team effort, right? You wanna not only get money by farming these creeps on your own, but you also want to actually go over to the other side of the map, to the enemy team, right? So there's another creep camp here, and there's another creep camp over here, there's another creep camp here. There's a lot of creep camps around, right? There's a creep camp here, this right here is the ancient camp. You want to go to the other side of the game and start taking your opponent's creep camps. And this is really important, right? This is really valuable. Because if you can manage to steal your opponent's camps, you can really get very far ahead. Now, one thing we also have is our heroes can level up to level 5,000 or so. Yeah, I think 5,000 is actually the hard cap. I can show you later. But they don't actually gain benefits all the way up to 5,000. They start diminishing after level 50. Up to level 50, you do gain full stats benefits and all of that. At level 50, you also can, like up to level 50, you can also skill new abilities and become really, really powerful. The way our abilities work is you have the 4 regular levels you do in regular Dota. So as you can see, the next upgrade is at level 7 here. Let me go and just get to level 7 really quick by clearing out these camps. Right, and this right here is a very powerful strategy. I am going to the other side of the map, taking the enemy's farm. Whenever I'm playing, one of the very first things I do, and usually I start on the Radiant because I'm the host, right? But one of the very first thing I do when I'm starting on the Radiant is I walk here and I start farming these 2 camps because they're on the enemy side of the map, right? And I can use that to really get very far ahead. On the ground you see an infinity bottle. This is kind of a little regeneration tool that's in the game. You pick up the infinity bottles, you can stack an infinite amount of them, as you might have been able to guess, right? So they work just like regular bottles, except when you use them all, they disappear. You cannot sell them, right? And they stack. So I can pick up 1 infinity bottle here, and then I go into this camp and I clear this really quick and don't drop a bottle, of course. That would have been too easy, wouldn't it? Yeah, there's another bottle. If I pick this up, you can see I now have 6 stacks of infinity bottle. I go and pick up another one. I have 9. There's even a bottle counter up in the top left corner, which is just kind of something that's a little cute. It doesn't really matter. There's no actual benefit to picking up a lot of bottles. But in our test game, we have found that some people really like just collecting them. Right? They just collected bottles for no real reason. They just thought it was funny. And so we thought, why not? Sure, let's go and add in the bottle counter. It's not like it takes up a lot of the screen. So, our abilities you can level up to level 6, right? You gain 2 additional levels on each spell, which means level 6 regular abilities, level 5 ultimates. The way this works is a level 5 ability, like for example with Fury Swipes, you can see it progresses from 15 to 20 to 25 to 30, which is 5 each level. Then it jumps to 40, 10 each level, or 10 for that level, and then it jumps to 80, which is a number 40 for that level, which is twice as powerful as it was before. A lot of abilities progress like this, right? You can see right here 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 16. A lot of abilities are at their most powerful at the maximum level. That is fully intentional, right? The whole point is that they become really, really powerful at the maximum level. Now, in other Angel Arenas, you can't just skill them, right? You can skill your abilities at levels 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, and so on, right? Or maybe it's at 1, 4, 7, 10... No, 1, 4, 7, 10. Yeah, 10. 13, 16. You get the idea. That's because regular Dota only supports equal intervals. We changed that and we made it so that in our game, you can actually only skill these abilities once you have everything else maxed out. So currently, I have Fury Swipes at max level here, right? And I cannot skill it anymore, even though I'm level 9. I should be able to. If I go ahead and max this out, right, you can see I cannot actually level this anymore. And the game just told us requires level 28. Because that's exactly what you need. So if I level up to 25 here... Oh, shit, I leveled up to 34. Alright, that was an accident, but that's fine. So I'm just gonna, like, level up my talents here, right? It doesn't really matter. And now I can level up these abilities again. I can level this... I can level this, and I can level this. But as you can see, I cannot level my ultimate yet. If I level up even a little bit more, level up, I think, 3 more. Yeah, at 37, I can then skill and rage once more. If I level up 2, then I can't skill anything. I need to level up once more. And now I gain an additional skill point that I can put into these. It's a system that I implemented into the game, or okay, so if I say I implemented, I mean I thought of, right? I designed, I didn't actually do the implementation myself. Other people did that, and I very much thank them for that, right? Great work, everybody. But I designed it this way because I really like the idea of like how the game feels in the early game. Like every time you level up, it feels really good because you get a huge upgrade, right? Like this is supposed to resemble that feeling. Now, let's go ahead and talk about bosses. And most importantly, talk about the first 2 bosses in the game. Now, the first 2 bosses that you should kill each game. And Angel Arena has bosses. Angel Arena has traditionally always had bosses. These bosses drop items. They are very important. Let's go ahead and just kill the boss right now, right? And then we're gonna go from there. So, go ahead and just murder this fella really quick. He doesn't really stand much of a chance. But that's because I'm grossly overpowered for this. You know, for this level 1 boss. You're supposed to kill him at like 10, 12, 13, 14 minutes. Something like that. Not at 11. No. Not allowed to kill him at 11 minutes. So, if you kill the tier 1 boss. This one is a tier 1 and this one is a tier 1. The first one you kill gives you a so-called farming core. What are these farming cores? A farming core is an item that allows you to upgrade your boots. And they are specifically only for boots. It allows you to upgrade your power treads, for example, to give them a splash attack. Or you can upgrade your face boots to make them give like a... Okay, so how the face boots work is you activate the face boots, you run through creeps, and then every single creep you pass through, you attack, right? Or Boots of Travel just give you straight up passive GPM. You just gain additional gold per minute. Let me go and show you the power treads upgrade. So the way this works is you have your farming core in your inventory, right? I go ahead and get myself my upgrade here. And now my attacks cleave. which they didn't before, as you can see, right? They cleave. It's nice, it's powerful, it helps you with farming. Again, that's why it's called the farming core. The other thing you get is an upgrade core. Now, this is an upgrade core 1. What does an upgrade core do? Well, it allows you to upgrade your items. Let's say I have Aghanims, or actually, better, let's say I have Daedalus, right? You can see Daedalus has a level 2, and if you look at the little blips, dots, whatever you want to call them, right? In the top right corner, you can see there's 5 of them and 2 are lit up on the level 2 Daedalus. That's because there's 5 levels of Daedalus, right? And as you leveled up, it gets fancier, or more powerful. With some items, they do get like these nice little fancy cosmetic upgrades as well. That's something we are working on implementing for all items, hopefully. But so far, we've only managed to do it for a few of them, right? But it's still kind of neat. Now, how do I upgrade an item? Well, let's go in and say I want to upgrade my Daedalus here, right? I have my upgrade core, I have my Daedalus 1. I just buy the recipe, and now I have a Daedalus 2. It's pretty straightforward. It's really simple. Now, there is a point where a lot of people are confused, though. We're going to talk about that in a second. But first, let's go ahead and kill the second tier 1 boss. Now, again, these tier 1 bosses are really important, and you should kill them as early as you can. These tier 1 bosses each drop a unique item that you only get one of each game. Be careful with these, you only get one of them, right? But the second unique item I just got from this boss is the so-called Reflex Core. A Reflex Core lets you build a Reflex item. What is a Reflex item? This, the Reduction Orb, the Enrage Crystal, and an Invincibility Shard. These 3 items are Reflex items. If you want to, you can also just click on the Reflex Core and it will show you. These Reflex items are super powerful, right? Just buy them. That's all I gotta say, right? Like, just buy the Reflex items. Pick one. Right, and then you can continue to upgrade them, and you can see what you do with them. These are super important, super powerful. You can play without them, but I do not recommend it. They are kind of designed to be like an essential part of the game, because in the late game, spells become really, really powerful, right? They become ridiculous, and this allows you to kind of go up against it. As you can see, gives you a crazy amount of survivability, 4,000 health, 20 armor, 20% magic resistance, as well as you can use it to purge yourself out of stuns, even when you are stunned, right? That is a very powerful effect. That's an insanely powerful effect. As such, you really should go for these. And this is the one mistake I see a lot of people make. They just disregard these reflex items as something that doesn't matter, and that is a terrible idea. They do matter, they are very powerful. Please respect them, right? So the way you upgrade this is also very simple. The first one you just need a recipe for, so I got my Enrage Crystal now. The second one you need an upgrade core 2 for. Now, where do we get an upgrade core 2 from? Well, you saw we just killed a boss and that gave us an upgrade core 1. Right, let's go ahead and kill a second boss, which just respawned. This guy is going to be really difficult to kill on our own. Now, this is another thing we made happen in Open Angel Arena that is different from other Angel Arenas. Our bosses actually have abilities, right? The first boss is just Roshan to kind of keep people familiar with the game. Or kind of keep people, like, understanding understanding. I don't know how to put it, but, like, that way people kind of get what's going on in the mod. You can see I don't do any damage to this guy right now, but as he turned around, I did. Isn't that weird? That's because this guy is somebody that you need to damage from behind. So that's how you can kill him, right? So let me go ahead and bait him out. And now if I attack him from behind, then I actually deal damage to him, right? And that is kind of the design of him. You need to hit him from behind, and then you can actually kill him. You can't kill him if you just attack him from the front. As you can see, like so, I just do not hurt him at all. In fact, after a little while, his heart starts working, and I mean, that's no good, right? Like, we don't like seeing that. But if I attack him from behind, then he dies. This boss is incredibly difficult to kill on your own, especially if a melee hero, and I do not recommend it. They are meant to be killed with a team, right? Now, we got ourselves an upgrade core 2. Upgrade core 2 looks like this. It's nice and red, right? We can use this to upgrade our Daedalus even further, right? Now we can upgrade it from level 2 to level 3. Now you cannot use an upgrade core 1 for this, right? Doesn't work. You cannot use an upgrade core 1 to upgrade an item from level 2 to level 3. Not possible. However, and this is really important and so many people get it wrong, it is really, really important to keep this in mind. While you cannot use an upgrade core 1 to upgrade an item from level 2 to level 3, you can use an upgrade core 2 to upgrade an item from level 1 to level 2. In fact, if you have an upgrade core 4, which is the highest level of upgrade core, right, the most rarest one, the one that requires the most difficult bosses to kill, an upgrade core 4 can be used to upgrade any item to any level. Right, like you don't need to do anything special. So let me go ahead and show you what I mean. This guy is gonna drop us an upgrade core 3, which is second highest level. Right, by the way, it's another interesting little boss fight we've got. What you do with him is you bait him to charge into one of these towers, and then you start attacking him. You can see right now I actually deal quite a bit of damage, but as soon as that stops going on, right, as soon as his stun ends. Oh shit, yeah, if you get charged into a tower, by the way, you take pretty massive damage. Right, but as soon as his charge ends, he just kind of becomes really difficult to kill again, becomes really, really tanky. So now we've got ourselves, wait, that's an upgrade core 1, we've got ourselves an upgrade core 3. Now let's go and inspect our Skadi, for example, right? So you can see we have got the regular Skadi. I've got an upgrade core 1. Right? And if I now want to upgrade this, then what's going to happen is the first thing the game is going to do, it's going to check if you have an upgrade core 1. If you do have an upgrade core 1, it will use the upgrade core 1 to upgrade the item. Now, if instead you have an upgrade, if you don't have an upgrade core 1, but you have an upgrade core 3, for example, then it will use the upgrade core 3 instead. Right? Only as long as no upgrade core 1 is available. So you can see right now I do have an upgrade core 1. I buy this, I have a level 2 Skadi. My Satanic, however, I do not have an upgrade core 1 for this. I only have an upgrade core 3. Right? So if I want to buy level 2 Satanic, I can still do that. It just uses up the level 3 one instead. Alright, does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So, we covered most of the important things. The only thing that's really left is the farming cave in the back here. Farming cave, it's just a little bit of an extra thing that we have as well. This allows for safe farming. You kill the creeps in the farming cave. You gain money for it, you gain experience for it. You actually get a lot of experience for it, by the way. At the end, there are some bosses. You kill the bosses, and the farming cave resets, which means that the farming cave only respawns if you kill the entire farming cave, right? It doesn't respawn otherwise. It doesn't respawn if you only like if you kill a bit and then go away, right? I can sit here forever. Let's go and wait for the timer. Everything else spawns on the minute, right? Except for this area. This area only respawns if you kill the entire farming cave. But the farming cave does become very powerful very quickly, which means you can't do it too often. Now, it is also a very valuable thing. It gives gold to your entire team, right? It gives you a lot of experience. In fact, there are some interesting strategies that we have already found with people using Lich, for example, to clear out the farming cave as often as possible. Lich is actually, funnily enough, the best farming cave clearing hero in the game. But as you can see, it didn't respawn. Yeah, every single other creep camp will spawn, except for these. These will not. Right? And you can see this already takes a lot longer than the first time around. Once we do it the third time, it'll become quite difficult. Even for a hero that is as powerful as our hero. But you can also only access the next room after you've cleared the previous one. And there's these little rushlings back here. Yeah. So, as I was saying though, farming cave is a thing, right? Like, some heroes can do this really, really well, and it is recommended that you do it. It is important that you play aggressive. Try to take your opponent's farm, don't just farm on your own. Right? You can see, like, these creeps all of a sudden, oh shit, they are actually quite powerful. Yes, this does get scary really quickly. And our hero isn't actually, the Ursa we have right now, he does look pretty scary, but he's not as powerful as he really could be. Like, nowhere near as strong as he really could be. But yeah, this is maybe even too much for me. Alright. But yeah, make sure to play aggressive. It's always recommended. People say that currently only like farming heroes and such are good. I disagree with that. I do think that heroes that aren't just straight up AoE farming heroes or cores do have a place in the game and are pretty powerful, although I would like to buff them though, right? I think they can fight, but not as well as I would like them to. However, we are already working on new things to make that possible. This game mode is an alpha. What that means is that it is not feature complete. OpenAngel Arena is at a stage where it is playable, it is fun, and so we have released it. Is it done? By no means. It is not even close to being done, right? Not even close, really. It's just not at all. We're still working on it, actively working on it. Now, how do you participate in the development of OpenAngel Arena? I already said it's open source. Well, it's pretty simple, right? Go to our GitHub. I'm going to put a link to that down below, as well as a workshop link to the game. Please play it. It's a lot of fun. I really think it's actually a lot of fun to play. I would love to see you guys play it. There's a lot of people already playing it right now. I think we currently have like, yeah, 266 players. I think for day 1, it's pretty good, right? I guess day 2. Well, strictly speaking, it's still within the 24-hour period of day 1, actually. But as I was saying, I would be happy to have you guys play the game. I think it is a lot of fun. I very much recommend it. Right. Also, please check out the GitHub if you're interested in joining in on the development. I'm going to put a link to that down below. If you do not know where to start on the GitHub, right, if you don't have any experience with it, there's an installation instruction on GitHub of the game where you can install a local copy of the game. Start with that. I urge you very much so to start with that. If you want to participate but you do not know how, go to the GitHub and read the installation instruction carefully. Everything will become clear then. Alright? So, anyway, I hope you guys have fun with the game. I hope this cleared up some of the questions people had. One thing I may need to mention, I guess, is we do have custom items in the game, right? I already showed you the reflex items. We have a bunch of other stuff. Heart Transplant, Chivas Cuirass, Stone Skin Armor, Refresher Core, Satanic Core, Charge BKB. We're still working on these, right? Like, for example, I'm aware the Charge BKB is kind of shit. And Chivas Cuirass is completely broken and will be removed from the game. This is Chivas Cuirass is almost certainly getting removed from the game. But again, it's still in development, we're still working on it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to leave a rating on the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the game. If you do, please let me know. Please feel free to leave feedback. Please feel free to join in on the development. And I'm gonna go lay down on the couch now because my voice feels like dying. I'll see you guys tomorrow.